What hurts an ESFP? What could possibly hurt an ESFP? Noted for their outgoing and fun-loving functions, ESFPs are also very sensitive. ESFPs consider every criticism as a malicious confrontation. They refuse to see the opportunity for growth and go straight to an attack on their person. One of the quickest ways to make ESFPs dislike you is to try to take away their independence. When you are with them, you need to try whatever it takes to exhibit your socializing ability. When you make them feel like you are dependent on them and cannot have other friends because of you, they might quickly exit the friendship or relationship. ESFPs enjoy entertaining many people at once and no one in particular over others. They avoid all situations that lead to being codependent and avoid people who force themselves on them. There is nothing they hate more than being stuck with one person and not getting the chance to explore other friendships and other experiences. ESFPs have friends for everything. They have those they sit in a cafe and talk about life with. Some attend major parties and large events. They also have a different group for after-work enjoyment and other social obligations. They could even be in several communities and social clubs that nobody knows even exist. That is why it should always come naturally for them, whatever your place in their life would be. Unfortunately, they do not tend to have a one-size-fits-all friend, and you have to live with that. Now, we can look at 10 things to never say to ESFPs if you want your friendship to work out. These things are the quickest ways to hurt ESFPs and make them dislike you. 10. Constant negativity. Negative people receive motivation from ESFPs. However, if you choose always to be the sob story, you can get on their nerves. While they will listen to you being in despair, they should not have to do that always. They are considerate and will not hurt your feelings, but they will get hurt that you are not reacting to them how they wish. They want everyone to be happy and positive, and if they inject you with all that but it does not work, it might be time to say goodbye to your ESFP friend. They consider negativity as impractical in their world, and brooding over pastime is a waste of their time and yours if they would be honest with you. So do not go mope whenever you are around them. 9. Take life more seriously. ESFPs do not look like they take life seriously, but it is not your place to say anything. They come off as playful and exuberant with childlike planning tendencies, but they have values and principles. ESFPs take life more seriously than you imagine. However, they do not dwell on things like other personality types. They reflect on their achievements, goals, dreams, hopes, and life decisions in solitude. That is why you never get to know of it. So, once you mistake their liveliness and decision to hold back their serious side in public to mean they are shallow, then you'd hurt them. You can find out what they think of in their quietest moments when they stop wearing the mask of a performer and be vulnerable to you. Until then, watch what you assume about them. 8. Let me show you how it's done. Well, what do you know about how anything is done? If there is something ESFP hates, it is having their projects taken over. They want direction and guidance, yet they are not interested in micromanagement and controlling behavior, especially since they would never do that to you. When you offer help to ESFPs, you need to present it as an opinion or suggestion instead of implying that it is the only way to go about it. When you position yourself as the savior of the day, you will be in their bad books for a long time. The turnoff is not only for projects and work, even in relationships. They do not entertain controlling behavior. You have to know that they have a plan, despite not saying anything about it. 7. I don't like you. ESFPs do not take rejection properly. They are used to being on people's good side that they do not recognize if they are not pleasant. To them, it is all jokes. That is the reason they get upset and wonder where they went wrong. Verbal disowning could shatter ESFPs for years, and they will withdraw whenever they encounter the person. They get good reviews all the time, but that does not matter once someone says they are not fond of them. All the positives go away, and they keep thinking about the one negative comment. Rejection hurts them, so avoid it if you ever want a chance at being on their good side in the future. You can tell them what they did and help them get better without telling them that you do not like them. 6. Don't take this personally, but anything after that sentence is condescending and insulting. These things can aggravate ESFPs. Even if you offer constructive criticism, you should not start with endearing them not to take offense. By the time you finish that statement, they're already offended. So when you decide to say those words, you need to think long and hard about the person's feelings before proceeding. You can ask yourself if it is necessary to critique them at all. You should also not be in a rush to give opinions that are damning. Instead, observe them and see where the result will be. And if you must say it at all cost, you should find better phrasing and a respectful approach. 5. You're not that funny. You honestly think there is nothing wrong with telling a personality type famous for being entertainers that they are not that funny. You should reconsider your whole statement and your relationship with them. It is about to get messy. It is not hard to see why ESFPs are entertainers. They possess the material and charisma to make everyone laugh, smile, and trust them with their issues. Famous comedians like Will Smith and Cameron Diaz are ESFP. So while these are not stand-up comedians, they are capable of making you laugh, and in perfect timing. ESFPs use comedy to show their care and love for those around them. So anything that indicates that they lack this skill will depress them and give them a reason to hate you forever, which could be just because you were mean to them about their humor. 4. Hurry up and decide. ESFPs have every trait that is required to make the best decisions. They use their sensing, feeling, and perceiving cognitive functions to determine which option is best for them. While shopping and taking up new challenges, for example, they are not very quick to decide. That is because they rely on guts, instinct, intuition, and facts. That explains their lateness to settle on anything. While everything seemed like it was spontaneous, the thought behind it was lengthy and calculated. They explore all the possible avenues before deciding on the one that fits into their lifestyle best. So don't hurry them up. 3. Let's discuss your long-term goals. While they may plan immediate steps, planning a future they do not know could be stressful and unrealistic. They are excited to see what the future holds, but they cannot also engage in conceptual planning of something they have no control over. They cannot settle on one plan only for their future. That sounds dangerous to them. They are always factoring in regret and boredom. That is why they leave their choices with room for modification or change. So when you force them to lay out their cards for the future, you ask for an internal battle they are not ready for. Give them room to decide and tell you when they are certain that you are trying to get them to settle on something. 2. You can't do that. ESFPs live on the theory that they are capable of taking advantage of everything. They might not be all the way correct, but at least they have the nerve to get things right in the long run. So being told that they cannot do something is one of the quickest ways to hurt their feelings. They are independent people with a free-thinking spirit, and being told about limits could get them pretty badly. They are unhappy when you try to tell them not to try things they have decided would work for them. Even if it will not, they want to learn the lessons in that. When you tell them that they cannot, you raise a flag for conflict, and they will avoid you. 1. Here's what you need to do. Well, there might be something you need to do too. Keep quiet about ESFPs' lives. When you start micromanaging ESFPs and ordering them around, they feel stifled. They find you overbearing and controlling. Despite your good intentions, you have no right wording your advice as to the ultimate rule. Let ESFPs make their own decisions, and then when they ask for your opinion, you can respectfully tell them what you think. Nevertheless, what they do not need from you is to tell them what they need. Even if they need it, they will stop because you said so. ESFPs are inspirational, considerate, empathetic, resilient, and positive. Yet, as discussed, there are some shallow moments where their weaknesses get the better part of them. Have you ever heard an ESFP? Tell us about it. If you are ESFP, what other statements hurt your feelings and easily put you off?